I'm excited. I wonder what her story is exactly. This would be her version. Interesting. Okay. The search term is murder. Authorized guess. What's this? Okay. Blah, blah, blah. This database contains footage transferred from the existing homicide and serious crime tape archive at Portsmouth. It's been automatically sorted using our ASR technology. Each statement made by the interview participants is stored separately so they can be tagged for submission to court. The audio has been digitally stenographed. The content and testimony is attached to each clip. To retrieve a clip, type in a word like robbery. Okay, robbery into the search. Click search. Database will turn all clips, which the speaker uses that word. Okay. To narrow a search, use multiple words. Robbery supermarket. If you're working from a printed transcript, you can be even more precise. Use inverted commas. Search for an exact match against the entire statement. Yes, I was there. Wow. Store a clip for later. Add to session. If you would to add additional text to your own, please click user tags. Okay. Interesting. I guess we're gonna go with murder first. The rubbish bin. Hack info? Mirror game. What the heck? Oof. Alright, we're gonna do search. Alright, we got some videos here.
You think it's murder? I mean, clearly it's murder. What can I do to help?
Okay. Clearly it's murder.
Yeah, that's me. But February, I mean, that was months ago. What's that got to do with Simon's murder?
Simon? Okay.
I didn't murder Simon. You've got it wrong. You've got the wrong person. I'd like to speak to a lawyer now. Please.
The lawyer. Okay.
You have no murder weapon. You have nothing. And all these stories we've been telling each other. Just that. Stories.
Oh boy. Hey Britt. How's it going? It's good to see you. Now who's Simon? Now what's this? Anti-glare filter? Ooh, should we use that? Or should we just keep it normal? Like it's really like a TV. Going good? I'm doing good. My weekend was good. How about yours?
Simon Smith. He works at Ernst Brothers Glass. They do windows, all kinds of glass. Simon does the more special work. Mirror making, feature windows, artistic things. Really beautiful things.
Ernest Glass. We gotta I'm gonna add to session. Ernest Glass.
Simon is 6 foot, darkish blonde hair, average build. He's clean shaven. If his beard grows, it goes ginger, so he shaves it. I mean, not that there's anything wrong with ginger hair. I bought a photo. They said a spring photo.
Interesting.
This was taken last year on holiday in Rome. It's the best one I have.
Did you guys do a cookout or anything, Britt? Doing a cookout? Little burgers on the grill? Wait, what did...
It's the Rockington Arms, The Rock. It's run by a nice couple, Peter and Susan. There's some other regulars there that Simon likes to drink with.
Okay.
And the barmaid they're having sometimes, Helen.
Helen.
Peter said Simon had been in and had a few drinks.
Helen. That sounds interesting.
Yes, there's an Amstrad one. No one uses it for very much. There's a printer so you can write letters on it. Simon sometimes plays games, you know, climb the tower, save the princess, that kind of thing.
Weekend was good. Just normal weekend. Didn't do anything special. I gotcha. No work.
Simon isn't the type to run off or do anything crazy. Someone must have done something to him, or there must have been some kind of accident. So what do we do next?
Accident? Now, how does this look with this? Does the videos look any different? Let me see. Yeah.
Simon Smith. He works at Ernst Brothers Glass. They do windows, all kinds of glass. Simon does the more special work, mirror making, feature windows, artistic things, really beautiful things.
We'll keep on the old anti-flicker thing, or anti-glare. Keeps it, who's Helen? She sounds like trouble.
No. I think he spoke to Helen. She said he was upset about her argument, but I'm not sure what else he said. He likes Helen. He likes blondes.
Blondes? I don't think that's gonna be anything. What? It is. Before we do that, we gotta do the Ernest... What was it called? Glass, maybe? Nope.
Simon Smith. He works at Ernst Brothers Glass. They do windows, all kinds of glass.
Okay, I can't do that.
Simon does the more special work.
Why did I not spell that right? Okay.
Could the hair
Shane
come
did?
from somewhere else? I mean, could they... We have a lot of dolls in the attic. There's a Rapunzel doll with long blonde hair. Could they have come from there?
In the attic.
This other person doesn't exist. I don't know what the blonde wig is, but it could be anything. Have you looked at the cat flap?
The cat flap? What the heck is that? She gonna sing?
You want me to play something?
Sure.
I'm not the world's greatest guitar player.
Why would they?
Okay.
Why would she be doing that?
Probably needs tuning.
Ugh.
No, it's okay.
It is?
How about a traditional ballad?
Sure.
Be right up your street.
Stop flirting with the investigator.
Sisters came walking by the sea. Oh, the wind and the rain. The eldest one pushed the other one in. Oh, the dreadful wind and
That's a horrible song.
See, they both had a love for the captain's son, or the wind and the rain, but he only cared for the youngest one, all the dreadful.
Why would she be doing this in the police station?
Oh, the eldest envied her sister fair, oh, the wind and the rain, with a pretty little face and her long blonde hair, oh, the dreadful wind and rain.
I feel like she's telling the story.
So she pushed her in and held her down.
What?
Oh,
She's actually
wind
describing
and
the murder.
rain watched her as she slowly drowned. Oh, the dreadful wind and rain. Oh, she floated up and she floated down. Oh, the wind and the rain floated till a ship came by. Oh, the dreadful wind and rain.
I didn't expect it to be this long.
Out comes the captain's son. Oh, the wind and the rain. Father dear, here swims and swan. Oh, the dreadful wind and rain. And then it gets really weird, so I think that's a good place to stop.
This is very weird. A traditional ballad. Okay.
No, they were shut. Most of the windows were really hard to open anyway. They're stifling in summer. They were painted over by my dad.
Dad?
Could have left a door open accidentally. Or there's a cat flap in the back door.
Back door?
No, no cat. My parents had a cat before they died called Domino. It was this little black thing with white dots.
Domino?
We never did anything about the cat flap, but
Okay.
if you were thin, you could maybe squeeze through it.
Oh boy. That brought up a lot of memories.
Yeah, when I was at school. I worked part-time in the front shop. It was sort of an extended family thing. My
Okay.
dad used to work there, my mum worked there before I was born. I took care of paperwork, filing, typing out invoices, that kind of thing. It was a good job for a girl back then. I didn't work a till or anything, though. I was quite shy, so I wouldn't have liked to have worked a till.
She's not giving me very much information.
We couldn't afford our own place. Simon dropped out of school, went full-time at the Glaziers. That was Eric's generosity.
Wait, what?
We moved
Okay.
Glaziers. That was Eric's generosity.
The Glaziers?
We moved in with his mum and dad. They had a spare room for us and the baby.
The baby?
If it came. It was a nice change. Time to myself, living there for those months, full of hope. No. The whole thing was wrong. The bags, I think they were from our kitchen. You can probably check that. We never go into the cellar. It's just a place we put things we don't need.
The cellar? Okay.
Dad used to grow mushrooms there. The bags were taped up. I think it was parcel tape, but
The
I don't
bags.
know what to ask.
The cellar. The bags.
They said it was food poisoning. There was something in the food they ate. My dad liked to pick mushrooms, grow them too. They said it was the mushrooms.
Interesting.
It was hard to believe. Death caps. They have a skirt around the cap. My dad taught me that. But, the police had no reason to think it was suspicious. They lived alone. and no one had any reason to hurt them.
It's quite the interesting mystery. Okay. She's talking more about this.
A mobile phone? Yeah. Well, they have one for the glaziers, but it's only for work. I can't remember the number. Oh, it's in the kitchen. I saw it plugged into its charging cradle.
The kitchen.
Diane is really nice. She helps out with the glaziers,
Now who's
organises the Christmas
Diane?
party, that sort of thing. They have 2 kids, really sweet kids.
Oh, we gotta remember the baby too.
I did. Well, we met when we were 17, both working at the glaziers. No, everyone loved Simon.
Why do I feel like this red
He's a
outfit
glazier who doesn't have much money. I mean, I don't know.
is the trouble
I
outfit?
don't know.
Diane.
Well, Eric was like an uncle to him.
Who's
They were
Eric?
pretty close. They spend a lot of time with each other, especially when they have to go to conferences. Have you met his wife, Diane?
Wait, so is that Simon's? No. Oh, Eric. Okay, this said something about Eric.
Yeah, that's Simon's watch. It was a gift from Eric. He got it this year. It was a wedding anniversary gift. Steel. It would have been Diane who chose it. She has really nice taste.
Interesting.
That time, you must eliminate me. I was in Glasgow then.
Glasgow.
Not really. He would go to the pub. He had his drinking buddies there, but no one ever really came back to the house. Sometimes Eric, his boss, and his wife would come over for dinner. That would be us returning the favour. Diane is a really good cook, into her trendy ingredients.
What's a trendy
And the
ingredient?
last time Simon cooked something off MasterChef, he got the recipe off Seedfax, and I did my Lloyd Grossman bit, commenting from the sidelines. I had to find fennel from the supermarket. Have you ever eaten fennel?
Okay. Why is that a thing? Wait, what's behind this? Southeast Constabulary DB checker? What is this? A volume missing? Can we fix this? Yeah, this thing's missing. Okay. Oh, okay, good. So Eric.
He was wearing a shirt, with a blue turtleneck shirt and jeans. He has a watch. It's a
Man, she
really
definitely
nice
did
one.
it.
That was a gift from his boss, Eric. He had his coat, a long grey duffel coat, like Paddington Bear. He would have taken that with him. It's not in the house.
Paddington Bear. You guys remember that?
So, it was Friday evening. We had an argument. He left. On Saturday, he didn't come back. I waited all day. He was supposed to go help Eric out with something on the Saturday afternoon. They had a job, but he didn't show. So Eric was ringing on the phone. I checked at the Rock. That's our local.
Oh, the Rock.
They
Okay.
said they'd seen him on the Friday night, but not since. He still wasn't back this morning. It just isn't like him at all. Still not back by dinner time. It's getting dark again. So I decided to come see you. His parents haven't heard anything either.
Man, I keep not looking at the date.
Yes, there's a car that we share, a Cavalier, and a van he uses for work. It's owned by Eric, but we look after it.
A Chevy
Both of
Cavalier?
them are there now, parked in the street.
That's an old car, if that's what it is.
The van. I can look for you when I get back. Yes, that would be in his wallet. It's a Visa, a silver one. He doesn't like to spend money he doesn't have, so he usually pays with cash, but Eric convinced him to get one.
This Eric is a shiesty one.
We spent the wedding night in a hotel in Brighton. It
94?
would have been too much to do more. We were saving for the baby. It was wonderful to be in a hotel, away from home, just alone together. Since then, we've always tried to get away for our holiday.
Holiday.
No. I lost the baby. I had a miscarriage at 8 months.
8 months?
We carried on living at Simon's parents until, well, it was only a few months after.
I didn't know you could have a miscarriage at 8 months. Isn't the baby like almost there at that point?
It was after dinner. I'd spoken to Simon's parents on the phone. I looked up for an early night and I suddenly had this thought. I think it was something his mum had said. She'd been speaking about old stuff, sad stuff, about when we lived there, about the baby.
Interesting.
There's some boxes in the cellar, nursery stuff, stuff we never needed, and I never had the heart to throw out.
The cellar.
I suddenly remembered that when I'd looked down there the week before, those boxes, that pile was in the wrong place. I went cold all over. I went down there with a torch and went straight to the back, and that's when I saw the bin bags.
That sounds like a
Pulled them open, saw the body.
the body.
I screamed, and that's when I called the police.
Now whose body is it?
Yes. It was a shock to him. I mean, we never thought it was possible. I don't know what he... I mean, I hadn't decided whether to keep the baby. I wasn't really ready to talk to him about it.
That's cellar. Wait, what's this? Everything seems to work. Transferred the videos off the original tapes in '99. And then Y2K thing hit. They got mothballed. Most searched them since. I couldn't find the server with the Texas footage on. Also, those tapes got damaged when the old archives were flooded in '97, but figured this would be enough. SB. Who the heck is SB? What's instant file access?
Well, fine, considering. I got back into the house today, and that was weird, knowing your people have been there through my things. It's like I've been burgled. And
Burgled?
worse, obviously. I don't know. I haven't looked in the cellar yet. They sent a cleaner in. as good as new, he said. But they had to throw some stuff out. Couldn't get the blood out.
The blood?
And I'm still waiting to hear from the coroner so we can get a date set for the funeral. It's going to be a cremation. So,
we're getting further.
it happened very quickly. We hardly had to talk to each other. We agreed almost silently. The baby was what mattered. We'd help each other. We cleaned up. We bagged up the broken mirror, her clothes. They're gone.
The broken mirror?
We took him down to the cellar. We knew we had an alibi, and we wanted the body to be found later. We wanted to have suspicion on us, so we could then disprove it.
What?
Rather than have it linger.
Why would you do that?
Better to keep the body in the house than risk being seen with it. The watch, that was my touch, to make sure the alibi stuck.
Is it a confession? Look, we just saw somebody right there. You've seen this before? It just came out the 24th.
The bruise. I have a really fast metabolism, so stuff like that just comes and goes. I don't know if there's much more that I can tell you that I haven't already told the other policeman.
Guess not then?
I found the body. His body did not real. And his throat.
Whose body?
It looked like his throat had been cut. And I didn't see his glasses. He has these thick glasses.
Thick glasses? Okay.
He doesn't always wear.
Oh no, she's gonna sing again.
Really? Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Here's the rest.
No.
They laid a body on the doctor drain. Oh, the wind and the rain. Till a fiddler with a fiddle came walking by. Oh, the dreadful wind and rain.
I wanna.
And he made a fiddle bow of her long hair. Oh, the wind and the rain. Yes, he made a fiddle bow of her long blonde hair. Oh, the dreadful wind and rain.
I wonder, did she throw the body in the ocean?
Pegs of her finger bows. Oh, the wind and the rain. Yes, he made fiddle pegs from her finger bows. Oh, the dreadful wind and rain. And he made a fiddle out of her breastbone. Oh, the wind and rain.
So she had to actually learn how to play this.
So hard of stone. Oh, the dreadful wind and rain. But the only tune that the fiddle could play.
K-Bot, what's up, man?
Oh, the wind and the rain. Yes, the only tune that the fiddle could play was oh, the dreadful wind and
Rain. K-Bar, thank you for the Prime sub. Appreciate it. 15 months.
anything you sing may be used as evidence against you.
You're sending out a decoy, right?
Can you imagine? I tried. I tried to get pregnant too, but it didn't happen. I slept with so many boys.
What?
Men. My body refused.
Wow.
I think my period stopped because hers had. I was pretty ill. I mean, how could we stay the same now?
Man, heavy
Felt like
tolls.
Hannah really fucked things up. Set us down separate paths. We had become different.
Cops are there. Let me see. There was something else. Oh, funeral.
Yes, it was a cremation for the best. We both wore black and had veils, so it was easy.
Both.
And after the funeral, everyone came back to the house. Hannah served up sandwiches.
Hannah?
I stayed out of sight.
Now who's Hannah? Oh boy.
My name is Hannah. H-A-N-N-A-H. It's palindrome. It reads the same backwards as forwards. It doesn't work if you mirror it though. It's not quite symmetrical, but well, I mean, you get the idea. Sorry.
Are they two different people?
Hannah Smith. I live at 31 Gladstone Street.
Yo, wait a minute. Are they two different people? Like, I was like, okay, so I was like noticing, I said, this girl right here, whoever this is, I'm like, this person looks a lot different. Because she said her name was Hannah. I thought this was the same person. Wait, do they? Wait, I'm very confused.
I'm talking about Eve.
Are you talking about Eve? You sure you've seen this? We'll see. All right, who's Eve? Okay, we gotta figure out who Eve is. Now, she's looking at the database. Oh,
Yes, my name is Hannah Smith. Oh, shit. Sorry.
what?
Across the road, where my parents first lived there, was a midwife called Florence. When Hannah was born, I was born at the same time. The midwife was there to help. I'd been throttled by the cord, probably wrapped around my neck by Hannah.
See?
The midwife told my mother I was dead. But I wasn't. She wrote all this stuff in a diary.
There's two of them.
Amazing what people will admit to on paper.
They're twins.
She recognized me from the window. She told me to come inside, and she hid me. They had made the attic into a place where Hannah could play. There was a dollhouse. She hid me up there. No one else ever went into the attic. It was her place.
No, I'm very confused now.
Well, my friend Eve. I mean, she was a friend from when I was a kid. And she was always more popular with the boys, and I used to hate her for it. I mean, really hate her sometimes.
Okay.
Yes. We'd fight.
K-Bot, what do you got going on today?
We fought on the beach once, and I held Eve's head underwater.
Wow.
There was no one else around. It was
Work?
at the end of the beach. And I held her head under, and I kept it out. And for a moment, I just wanted to kill her and watch her drown.
Okay. Off in about an hour? Okay.
But that was it.
Nice.
It was just a moment. I mean, we made up after. It was a love-hate relationship.
That seems more like hate.
A police station. Yeah. When I was young, we ran away on my birthday. Bob Dylan was playing in London, and we thought we could break into his tour bus and have him take us with him. The taxi driver we paid to drop us off, I mean, we'd saved money, pinched a bit here and there to pay for the fare. He was suspicious because we were so young, so he told the police.
She's a little angry.
So they came and picked us up and took me back to Portsmouth. My mum picked me up from the station. But I blamed everything on my friend Eve.
Your friend?
My parents let me off.
Are they not the same
My
person?
mother called me Eve.
Eve. Who's the mum?
Mum and Dad had never had any reason to notice. They were always busy. If Hannah was eating a lot, they didn't mind. She didn't put on any weight. That girl has a healthy appetite. If they heard us talking in the attic, they just thought it was Hannah playing one of her games, and that Eve was our imaginary friend.
So they are twins.
Once, she was already up and dressed and ready to go to school, and I snuck down for a piss. Mum saw me in my underwear, she went mad. Get dressed this instant! So I ducked into our bedroom, and seconds later, out came Hannah, dressed and ready.
The attic.
Mum was amazed.
Made up to play some M&K with Apex with the boys? No, I'm a controller gang for life. U2 X and Z. No grass pictures? What? The attic. Alright, give me 1 second, guys. I'll be right back. 1 second. Okay. Just into M&K. Salty McSalt. Negative.
Yes. I inherited it from my parents, so it made sense to move back. Me and Simon. Felt like going back to old ways before the pregnancy. Reminded me of being a girl, a dollhouse in the attic, old things. We didn't sleep in my parents' bedroom for a long time. We decorated it as soon as we moved in, but it was another year before we started sleeping there.
Interesting. So that's Hannah. And this is Eve, I think.
Yes. I read a lot as a child and watched lots of TV. Then the doll's house we had, we still have in the attic. It's kind of a fairy castle. We used to play up there and make up our own stories.
Oh boy.
I'm not sure where the dollhouse came from. I don't know if it was given to them or they inherited it. I mean, they wouldn't have had the money to buy it. It was so huge. It must have been taken up to the attic in parts and then reassembled up there. It's a beautiful thing. Wallpaper to scale, little furniture.
Interrogation
lights,
room
work,
B.
Mirrors, beds, big duvets and pillows. We spent hours and hours playing in it, invented all these characters and families who lived there. We wrote paperwork for them all, passports, diaries, and gave them all really elaborate stories. Once, a moth got trapped in there. We'd left a light on. It was making the most horrendous noise. We tried to kill it, but it was tough. We ended up crushing it under a copy of the Arabian Nights.
So I wonder, is she in room A? What's this? So this is MT room 3. Interesting.
The legal stuff was completed very quickly. Hannah moved back in with Simon. Eric gave Simon the week off to help with the move. He decorated, modernised wallpaper, curtains. Hannah insists the attic be left as it was, dollhouse and all. Simon never went up there.
Okay, I'm running out of items here.
Hannah had a miscarriage.
Miscarriage, I'll put that in.
This was late in the pregnancy and it left her infertile.
She's the one that said
But
that
the universe had corrected its course.
she was running through all those guys.
We're aligned again. But Hannah and Simon were still living with his parents. They were married. Simon had a job at the Glaziers now. Eric had given him a full-time position after he left school. And
then what? Eric and okay, that's nothing.
differences. She's a better driver than me. She passed the test for us.
For us.
I tried to take it and nearly crashed the car. Learned that you can't rely on confidence to get you through everything.
You're living a double life. Heavy.
She is the shy one. She was especially shy around boys. If Hannah liked a boy, I would have to pursue him. It was that way with Carl.
Carl?
I met him first. She had such a crush. I let him take my virginity after a night that his band had played at.
Wow.
It got difficult. When I was with Carl, we would have sex, but Hannah couldn't let him see she was a virgin. She had lots of excuses.
What the heck?
After a while, we decided that I should take Hannah's virginity. It's not that different to a bruise, pulling a tooth, a graze. We used a hairbrush.
What the heck?
After that, we took it in turns, though. I was always the one who seduced the boys. Until Simon.
Jeez.
Hannah was so smitten with Simon. She started getting jealous. Didn't want to share. Even the first date. We went to see Tom Cruise at the Old Odeon. We both went. Kept changing places in the toilet. We only had one best dress, so we had to keep swapping clothes. Must have thought we had terrible bladder problems.
Wow.
The next date, it was my turn. At the end, I let him kiss me. But that was it. We didn't want another Carl on our hands, and the Ouija board had said to hold back.
Oh boy.
After that, it was Hannah's turn, and she slept with him. Broke the rules. Deliberately broke the rules. She wanted to be the first to sleep with him.
Oh boy.
I mean, that's when she got pregnant. From that one time. No. The parents decided there would be a wedding. And after the wedding, Hannah moved in with his parents.
Yeah, we got to find
There
out
was
about
no way
Carl.
to follow. So we were separated again. I stayed in the attic. It was hard.
They're still doing that?
It's like I suddenly didn't exist. I would sneak out, but in case anyone recognized me, I started wearing a wig.
The blonde wig?
Hannah and I would meet up in the park. I was trying to get pregnant.
Oh my gosh.
I couldn't. I mean, I couldn't do it with anyone we knew, so it was sex with strangers. Drunk guys I met
What
in
the
clubs,
heck?
parks and alleyways. I was 17. It felt like I was being punished. But it was Hannah who had betrayed us.
17? This is all happening at 17?
STD. When we met up, it was disturbing. For the first time, my reflection, she didn't look like me. She was fatter, flushed. If anything, I was getting skinnier. I found it hard to look sometimes.
So you had to start
We
eating?
talked about what to do. Was it time to become our own people? I mean, that seemed like the right thing to do, but neither of us wanted it. We agreed that her and Simon would get their own place as soon as possible, and then I could move in. And that was the plan.
Okay. Carl. Okay, so this is MT room 3. This tattoo.
Was he my first? No need to be so coy.
They sound different now.
No, he wasn't my first. That would have been Carl. He was a local boy in a band. He was a bit of a shit. But he was sexy. We were 15.
15?
No, I was 15. Carl was older. 17, I think. I was really into him, regardless of how he actually behaved. Lots of drunken teenage sex.
Oh my gosh.
We did it in a church once. Stupid. So he got tired of us and we split up after about 6 months. It was sad, but those early experiences, they help you realise
they say that a lot.
what's really important to you, you know? Family.
That's key. Family?
Family. So, Carl fucked off And then there were other boys here and there. And then Simon.
I wonder did nope. Don't have friends, I have family. Right?
Florence was a warm, kind person.
Florence?
But she was broken.
Now who the heck is that?
When I found her diary, I also found a biscuit tin with other stuff in it.
Biscuit? Now is that
Old
cookies?
Papers, letters, that kind of thing. Her story was in there.
Her story? Oh boy.
I never really spoke to her about it. I was far too young to really understand. I guess I just put it together later, once I was older. She had loved children, planned to have a large family.
Okay, we need to find out who Florence is.
And that was back when you married for life. She never felt like she could marry again. Isn't that strange? She was a widow from her 20s.
That is very strange.
But, I mean, I guess it was different then. You know, you married for life and she felt she could never marry again. I guess it was harder.
Is Florence the mom?
Widow. One of the dead. I don't know, maybe there was more to it than that. I don't really know. No, it was just me and her. It was the name they were going to call their first child. They talked about it.
Wait, what?
They were going to try when it came to call their first child. They talked about it and were going to try when it came back. Florence's family had a history of firstborn girls, so they were convinced it was going to be a girl. It's hard to know if this is all true. These are stories I remember, that I read when I was a child.
Interesting.
Maybe I misread. Maybe I misunderstood. Sometimes it's hard to remember what happened last week.
Wait.
Florence took me home with her. Mother hadn't been expecting twins and had a healthy baby.
Twins?
I guess she was just happy for Florence to clean up. Take away the evidence that this was anything but a happy occasion. Florence raised me in her home. I never left it. She kept me out of sight. It wasn't odd for people to see a midwife with a baby. Carrying
Midwife.
supplies, washing nappies, that sort of thing. I never knew any different. I grew up looking out of my window and seeing her across the road.
She's salty, man.
I thought it was like a reflection in the mirror.
Seems like she got the bad life.
She was me.
Okay, so this is room 3.
Twins? Really? Are you really asking me that question?
Oh boy. Laughing like that, then asking a question.
Are you out of your mind? Twins?
Clearly I'm not.
There were always princes and princesses. They were the special people, more important than the other characters in their stories. We knew we were like that. Twins. Magical.
Magical
We were
twins.
the princesses. We had a poster of Princess Diana from the newspaper up in our attic. Had a pride of place. And underneath we used to put all our special things. When her engagement was announced, we were obsessed with everything she did. And later, when her life went so bad, we felt for her.
Okay, so we got to do the
Her
wedding,
divorce last year just kind of drew a line under things.
divorce. Did we already put drown in there? Okay.
I guess you could call it that, but we were both happy to get married. It was a beautiful wedding. We had our first dance to Come Back and Stay. I'm not sure if that's a good wedding song, but I loved it.
Okay, so the tattoo is gone.
It was genuinely our first dance. We'd never danced together before. It was probably awful to watch, but I enjoyed it.
Is it 3 of these girls?
It's just me and Simon for that moment. Just the 2 of us.
Does the other girl have a tattoo? Wait a minute. You see how she has the tattoo right here? But she doesn't right here? This is 625. 7-1. So she got a tattoo later?
Yeah, we were 17. It was a nice wedding, people said. Simon looked very handsome in the photos. His parents paid for everything, but he's an only child, so it was important to them. It was what they called a shotgun wedding, but if you looked at the photos, you couldn't tell.
Shotgun
The
wedding?
dress was beautiful. It looked like Princess Diana's. The train wasn't quite as long though. There's a great photo of the bridesmaid helping to carry it out of the car.
I don't have a tattoo in there. What? Okay.
No, he doesn't have any tattoos. He has a scar down here near his stomach, past his hip. Cut himself with some glass. That was before, a long time ago. He looks just like the photo. He's not got his glasses on here though.
Oh, the
He takes
glasses.
them off with the camera. But he needs them to see properly, you know. He has to read a newspaper or a menu in a restaurant. Not book so much, or watching TV. He likes TV.
Who doesn't?
Oh, my tattoo. I got it to express my individuality. It's an apple and a snake.
Interesting.
So I moved out. Got a small bed sit. Got my tattoo to mark the occasion. I was singing in a bar in the evenings, so I had some money, enough money to cover my rent.
Wait,
And I've been doing something similar ever since.
so did she get the same tattoo?
I haven't put down any roots. I don't exist. He saw me singing one of my shows. Pure chance. Not sure I remember what he was even doing there. Afterwards, I had a drink at the bar and he came over and we got talking. I knew who he was. Obviously I knew who he was. But
At the bar?
he didn't know who I was. He was fascinated by the likeness. He guessed my name from my tattoo. Told me it was a palindrome, like that would impress me.
Hmm.
I enjoyed talking to him.
Palindrome.
It was amazing to be able to sit and interact and talk to him after all this time. He didn't tell me he was married. I'm not sure what he was thinking.
Wait. Palindrome.
Told me it was like he was dreaming. A waking dream.
Okay. Interesting. Okay. There was something else here. Oh. Can we refresh this now? Divorce. Dang. Tattoo. Okay.
When she went home, Simon had a birthday tea waiting.
The birthday tea.
Afterwards, she told Simon about me, told him I was pregnant. She wanted me to move in with them, this sister he didn't know she had. She knew that instant. The look on his face.
He got bamboozled.
She sent him out the house, kicked him out, called me up, crying, and I went round. I guess I had a feeling I could hear something was wrong in her voice, but I wasn't sure what it was. She called me sister on the phone. She never calls me that.
Interesting.
My sister is gone. And she's never coming back.
Okay. Okay, there's a lot. Access limited to first 5 entries. Why? Interesting.
Yes, that's my birthday. Not one of the big ones, but I guess you can see that. It was my birthday, like you said. We were going to have a meal at home. We had our meal. He gave me his present. I guess I didn't like the present.
You didn't like the present? Ungrateful.
No. Well, yes. He found out on my birthday. I told him I was pregnant.
Now, are they switching rooms again?
From when I woke up. Okay. I woke up. Simon was already up, and he made me birthday breakfast of eggs Benedict.
Birthday breakfast.
We both had to go to work, so we saved presents till later. I got to work, had some birthday cake. Children sang me happy birthday. Then I came home. The birthday meal was a takeaway, and Simon gave me his present, which I didn't mind. And after that, we talked about the baby. Turned into a big argument.
They said that a lot.
Simon left. I was furious. I wanted to get as far away as I could and get some space to think. So I left.
She's a salt.
A week or so ago. It would have been the Saturday before my birthday. You know, I get like that on the weekends, have a lie-in, then want to get up and blitz the house.
Let me see. Work, maybe?
No. I'm not sure what strange would be, but he hasn't been acting odd. He's been busy at work, but nothing too stressful.
Where did I think there was someplace else. Hmm. Wait. How do I get to the other ones? Add to session? I can't like scoot these over. What's this mirror game? What the heck? Mirror tiles? What is this supposed to do? Okay, I guess we can't go there. What? Oh, we can only move like right here. This is very odd. Okay. I don't know if I'm doing this game right. Borked. Collect a two-player. Cracks with glass? With class? Wait, okay.
It wasn't the present so much. It was one of those arguments that had been simmering for
Arguments.
a while. The present was a mirror.
Oh, the
A
mirror.
nice mirror. He'd engraved the glass, the kind of mirror a princess would have in a story. He made it specially for me.
Really?
Look, on his clothes, that would make sense. He made it. By hand.
Oh, the watch
He
too.
brushes the silver onto the glass. It's not how they make mirrors these days. He made the mirror and he gave it to me. No, I've had enough coffee for today, thanks. Glass of water.
Interesting. 11 entries? Am I spelling that wrong? Okay, that's definitely not how you spell it. There we go.
There's no couple stuff. A stupid argument, nothing specific. No one knows how to push your buttons better than those you're close to.
Oh yeah, you know it.
No. I mean, yes, we have arguments, but he never runs off. He always comes back. We make up. It's always that way. Yes. He left after the argument. It was about 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock. Okay.
The mirror. I can't remember. I put it somewhere safe. Upstairs, I think. Haven't looked at it since.
Upstairs?
Silverleaf? No. He normally silvers them properly. This mirror, it's supposed to look antique. The reflection isn't as good. It's the perfect mirror for someone who doesn't like to look at their own reflection.
Look at her. Silver leaf? Okay.
Let me see. Yes. I drove in here because I remember, well, I went over the river. And then there was a church. There.
The river.
Yeah.
Oh, diary
And
too.
I probably well, I remember seeing a street sign called Princess Street. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure it must be this one. There. Okay, you got me. I'll confess. We were there.
Where?
It was a dirty weekend. Simon was going to expense it, pretend it was a business trip. I used a made-up name. We stayed at the hotel.
Oh, the hotel too.
Room service. Didn't leave the room. Had a great view of the river, and you could hear the church bells. Like you said, it was very romantic.
Okay. So the hotel.
And the hotel said he was there? I would have been a good mother. I was young, but I would have been a good mother.
Yeah? Think so?
She was a girl, by the way, the baby. We were going to call her Sarah. Simon wanted to call her Ava after his nana.
Okay, Ava.
But I didn't want her to have a symmetrical name.
Sarah.
My name. That was the only question I failed.
Oh my gosh.
Your lie detector works.
Yeah, she said her name was
I've never
Hannah.
taken a lie detector test before. Does it really work?
What did she say? She said her name was Hannah.
Yes. I'll take a lie detector test.
What? Okay, we're a little stuck here. Let's see. I know work had a lot of them. The attic had a lot too. But for some reason we can't see those. Southeast. What the heck is that? Nothing. There was something else that we were supposed to put in there. There we go. Who had that
The
wig
wig.
on?
You mean... what type of wig?
The blonde one.
No, I've never worn a wig. What kind of wig? This was about 9. I went round and she was waiting for me. She was furious and so angry.
Okay.
The kind of anger you can only have towards yourself. We screamed at each other, argued, cried, we fought. I hit her back, left a bruise. I had my wig on from performing, she tore it off. Eventually, we grew tired of fighting and I left.
Performing? Nope. Let me see. Can we fix the database? There's one volume missing still. And that is the key. Oh, okay.
Yes. The first time we saw each other, it was strange. We both realised at the same moment, I think. We must have seen each other before, but there was this instant when we first realised it wasn't a reflection. The reflection was staring back. I think I was 5. It was my birthday. My
That had to be creepy.
Waving. I knew what party hats were from books. And it suddenly occurred to me, today must be my birthday. I waved back and we just spent ages waving at each other and copying each other's movements.
That had to be creepy. Imagine that. Imagine seeing yourself across the way and yourself waving and you don't know that that's real?
Yes. I thought about telling Hannah. I felt guilty after the kiss. But then it began to feel like this was the way it should be.
Oh boy.
Sharing. Like we had before. He never mentioned her to me. There was the Simon with me.
Oh boy.
And the Simon with her.
This Simon just wants it all.
It was a different Simon. But
yeah, it's really reaching there.
I thought it made me sound suspicious.
Sus.
It's not a normal thing to do, to drive to the other end of the country. I wanted to keep it simple. I know it was stupid not to tell you everything. Saying I spent the night in Glasgow when my husband went missing, I thought it would, distract you from what was important. It's different now.
Glasgow. We gotta put that in. Now he's dead. D-E-D. D-E-D. Okay. I'll spell it right. Oh. You got a lot going on here.
Yeah. They'd gone to bed feeling ill, thinking it was flu or something. The neighbour called me. I had to use my key to let them in. We found them dead in their bed. And they'd been there for days. No one had noticed.
This must be the parents.
Just awful.
That is awful. It's terrible.
So soon after my miscarriage, the worst year of my life, I'd been so happy to get married, and after that it was just like, fuck.
Whoa.
It's all that matters really, the baby. Simon's dead, but the baby, That's how he will live on. Our baby.
The baby died, didn't it?
You're reaching here. And I don't know why. No, I've never cheated on anyone. I've never taken anything from anyone. Simon is dead.
Dead.
But I have my baby to care
I thought the baby... She had the miscarriage.
for. Why are you trying to make me sad? Why are you so obsessed with sex and affairs? You cheated on your wife. Is this your thing?
You're trying to get to the bottom of the mystery.
It was supposed to be a secret. Just because Simon is dead doesn't mean I have to give up all his secrets. It doesn't have anything to do with what happened to Simon. No one murdered my husband because he cheated his expenses for a romantic weekend in Oxford.
Oxford. Chit chat. Oh, we've unlocked something. SB. What the heck? Am I done? Shoot. Should I not answer this? Wait, can I not put almost? Oh, I just... Oh, I can only put yes or no. Wait, what's this? Archive PC? Buzz when you're ready? Okay. Now who's SB? Oh, of course not.
Rehearsed? You ask me the same question, you'll get the same answer. Is that your evidence? Of course I thought about what happened then. It's all I've thought about. My husband is dead. Like I said before, it was 3, something like that. I walked in.
Oxford, we gotta put
saw
that in.
Simon. He was on the floor of the living room. His throat had been
Oh, the throat.
cut. There was a lot of blood.
She probably did it. This one's the wild one.
Yeah, he was dead.
Were they at the beach?
There was a conference, something to do with double glazing, in Oxford. Are you sure? What would he be doing in Oxford if there was no conference? I remember calling him. He said it was boring and he spent most of the time at the bar.
Oh, the bar. Yeah. Oh, the bar. Yeah, he met her at the bar.
Nothing else happened that night. We talked, then I said goodbye. Then next week I was singing in the bar again and there he was. And again the next week. He offered to buy me a meal. I told him I had already eaten.
But she could eat again.
And so we got chips and ate them on the beach instead. When we said goodbye, he asked me to kiss him. Romantic.
Why'd you ask that? Read the room. Romantic? Okay.
No. I told her it was one of my boyfriends, someone I had met in the bar. I think she was happy. But I could tell she was thinking, why couldn't it happen to her and Simon? They were the ones with the real life.
Well, because Simon was there. Man, that database has to be fixed now. Okay.
After the kiss, the next time, he took me back to the house, to our parents' house, to their house.
Parents' house.
So, it was definitely him. I sometimes think he wanted to get caught to prove to himself that we were different people.
Hmm.
He told me about his marriage, told me how his wife was completely different to me.
Oh, she's happy about that.
I almost burst out laughing. Well,
Oh, we had to put glasses in too.
she has a knife. She's been cooking, I guess. She's been cooking him his favourite meal. She's his wife. And he's asleep and she doesn't want to wake him.
Should I keep drinking this?
Because he's ill. That's why she's sad.
Maybe it needs
He's ill and he might die.
ice.
It's kind of a sad story, so I'm not sure how it ends.
Yeah, we're gonna put some ice in this. Give me 1 second, guys. All right, now I hope I don't spill that. Wait, is this on autofocus? Okay. I was like, whoa, whoa.
And what did your wife do? She didn't kill you. You think I killed Simon because he was having an affair? Well, I didn't kill him. I wasn't even there. I was in Glasgow worrying about whether my baby was still growing inside me.
Wow.
I mean, why would I kill Simon? I loved him.
She's getting upset now.
I don't see how it's hard. We've established I was in Glasgow when he was killed. You've spoken with the hospital.
Hospital. Did I put Glasgow in already? Oh boy.
I got in the car and I drove.
Drove to Glasgow.
I just kept driving north. Just kept going, just wanted to get as far away as I could. When I finally stopped, I was all the way up in Glasgow.
See?
I was so tired.
She was there.
Just had to sleep.
She was in Glasgow.
Yes. I got to Glasgow, I was exhausted, so I pulled over and slept in the car. I woke up because a rubbish truck went past. I got some petrol, bought a coffee and a pastry, tried calling someone from the payphone, and then
Some petrol.
headed back. No, I don't think so. Glasgow was deserted that early in the morning. When I arrived in Glasgow, I was exhausted. The streets were empty. I was driving badly. And I hit a taxi. Not a big crash, just paintwork.
Just paintwork?
The guy was so pissed off because I didn't have a driving license on me. But when I told him I was pregnant, he made sure I got to the hospital so they could check me out. It was fine. The hospital must have details when I was looked at. There's a scratch on the car.
Okay, we're getting close. Wait.
An affair. Simon wasn't having an affair.
Okay. That's the only one for hospitals?
Ask the hospital.
That's the hospital. Okay. That ain't gonna come up with anything. Crash, maybe? Accident crash.
When beautiful people died, we always felt like it was a sign. You remember Princess Grace? Grace Kelly?
Yo, Grace?
She died in a car crash the year before we met Simon. We used a Ouija board to speak to her, and that gave us the power to find him. That's what we thought then. That people who died tragically leave some kind of magic behind. We used to share dreams. We used to wake up and write them down in our diaries immediately.
The dreams, huh?
And compare them. I think it was that time, the first time at the house, in his bed,
She's proud of
that
that.
I got pregnant. Amazing, right?
This one's proud of that.
Just fucking.
Just saying.
And they say lightning doesn't strike
Wait, what'd she
twice.
say?
It's bad.
Oh. Come on.
And they say lightning doesn't strike twice. I didn't tell him. I missed 3 periods. I had pretty irregular periods anyway, but 3. I had always thought we were infertile. Both of us. I didn't tell him. Just waited.
Until what?
Hannah and I were meeting for our birthday, and I told her because I thought she would be happy for us both.
You guys are messed up, man.
She was.
Oh, something's going on. Screen got dark for a second.
Yeah. I mean, I was infertile. Thought I was. They told me I was infertile after the miscarriage because of complications.
Miscarriage.
Then my parents died. It was the worst year of my life. The miscarriage and then my parents.
Okay.
Yeah. 1984 was an awful year.
1984.
We were living at Doug and Eleanor's. I lost the baby at the end of spring and my parents died in
Doug
the summer. It was a hot summer, a heat wave.
and Eleanor.
So when they discovered the bodies, it was just awful. Because of the circumstances, them dying together like that, they brought in a lot of police. A forensic entomologist. I had to look that up. It was because of the heat.
Should you drink coffee?
It's just awful.
It's awful. It was awful. I think I spelled that wrong. What?
Yeah. I've been round to Doug and Eleanor's and they're very worried. I feel sorry for them.
Okay.
I got a job to contribute, you know. Doug knew someone and I got a job as a dinner lady at the primary school.
Dinner
He said it
lady.
didn't matter if I could cook or not, just don't poison the kids. So you see, it's always been complicated between me and Simon. It's never just been the two of us. There's always been pressure.
She's the nice one.
I hoover, I dust every week, maybe less. I once asked Eleanor how often I should dust, and she said, if people ask, tell them you do it once a week, but every few weeks is okay. I think she was just trying to make me feel better. I mean, when I was there, she was hoovering every day, you know, ran an ordered house. You know how that generation is, putting on a brave front.
That generation?
She has secret stashes of cigarettes. Doug doesn't even know she smokes. When I was there, I saw her.
The
She
diary
has
too.
these sort of porcelain vases, ornamental, next to the Reader's Digest books. Cigarettes inside. And she still has them. I mean, last time I was there, I looked in a vase. There was a fresh pack.
Fresh pack.
I mean, all those years of marriage. And she still has a secret like that.
What was I gonna put?
Maybe less. Okay. I parked up on the street. It was busy, so I had to park down the end of the road. Walked up, knocked on the door, no answer. I took my keys out of my bag and unlocked the door. The main lock was unlocked. You can tell because the key doesn't turn when you try to turn it to the left. I walked in. Simon's coat wasn't on the peg. I couldn't see his shoes in the shoe rack. I shouted out. I walked straight into the kitchen because he usually sits in there to have a cup of tea and read his paper, but he wasn't there. I touched the kettle, it was cold. I looked quickly in the living room, nothing. So I walked upstairs to the bedroom and he wasn't there. I didn't search for him because it was pretty clear he wasn't there. I had a shower. The phone rang whilst I was in the shower. I didn't answer it. I think it was Eric. Then I was just exhausted. So I lay down on the bed and I fell asleep, though I didn't mean to. I woke up a couple of hours later and I was surprised to see no one in the bed next to me. And then I remembered where I was and what had happened. That's when Eric called again. This time I spoke to him. Then I called Doug and Eleanor. And then I decided to come and see you. That enough?
Nope, it's not enough. There was something here that I was... Oh, primary school.
Not just don't.
Nope.
When will the police let me back in the house? And they let me take a bag of clothes with me, but
But what? Um... Let me see. Clean. Okay, that's random.
Then she told me she wanted to help more. She said I should move in with her. She would come clean with Simon about me. I was family. I couldn't have a baby in a bedsit. I told her I didn't want to tell Simon. Told her to wait for the time being.
Interesting. Detective Sergeant. 50% of the database accessed. Only 50%.
Her story is that she'd waited for him to come back. She put on my wig, some of my clothes, pretended to be me. They talked. She'd enjoyed being me. He said he wanted to be with me. Then he took out a present. Another mirror.
What's with this guy
Just
with
like
mirrors?
the one he'd given her earlier. That unique present.
This guy's weird.
She went crazy, smashed the mirror. They argued, screamed. He hit her.
Oh boy.
So she grabbed a piece of the mirror and just swung it round. She cut his throat clean open. She'd only meant to scare him off.
She cut the throat.
On his throat.
That's right.
How?
What do you mean how? When you swung it.
Could they have been my parents' fingerprints? I'm not sure how long they last for, but is that possible?
No. Talking about. Well, we got a lot going on here.
Fine. I've never had my fingerprints taken before. I once put my hand on the oven. Fingerprints.
Oh boy.
Yes. Yeah. I would have cleaned them. I changed the sheets too. With the fingerprints in all those places.
Oh boy.
Really? Go on then. Take the cup. Run your fingerprints. They'll match. Fucking do it.
Jeez. This girl's something else. Eh? Partial. Still missing, huh? Let me see. Let's see. What else would it be? You get a brother?
She's crying, I guess.
Wait.
She's sad because she thought she saw her husband with another woman. But it's okay, because she finds out it wasn't her husband, it was his brother. And so it's fine.
Okay, we got some more clips.
I haven't been into work. I guess I've just been waiting to hear from you, hear from my husband.
I thought he's dead.
When you suspect someone of murdering their husband.
Interesting. Let me see. $18 entries.
I got pregnant. Both our parents had a big powwow. We weren't even in the room. And they decided we should get married.
We got bedroom.
In the bedroom?
Kitchen, knife.
That can't be right. In the bedroom?
Oh, it's right.
Okay.
Now, which sister is this?
I parked up on the street. It was busy, so I parked down the end of the road. I walked up to the house. I knocked on the door. No answer. I took my keys out of my bag, unlocked the door. The main lock was unlocked. I could tell because the key wouldn't turn when I tried to turn it to the left. I walked in. Simon's coat wasn't on the peg. I couldn't see his shoes on the shoe rack. I shouted out for him. I walked straight into the kitchen. He usually sits in there to have a cup of tea and read his paper. He wasn't there. I touched the kettle. It was cold. I looked quickly into the living room. Nothing. I walked upstairs to the bedroom.
We heard this story.
He wasn't there. I didn't search for him because it was pretty clear he wasn't there. Then I had a shower. Whilst I was in the shower, the phone rang. I think it was Eric, his boss. I didn't answer it. Then I came out and I was just exhausted. So I lay down on the bed and I fell asleep, but I didn't mean to. I woke up a couple of hours later and I was surprised to see no one in the bed next to me. And then I remembered where I was and what had happened. That's when Eric called again. I spoke to him. Then I called Simon's parents. And then I decided to come and see you. That enough?
They said the same thing. The other one said similar to this.
Bruce? Oh, yeah, no, it's nothing. I was going through the top cupboard in my kitchen and the chair slipped and I kind of hit the door with my face. We hurt like hell.
No, he hit her.
If one of us got hurt, the other one would have to be hurt too. A grazed knee, a bruise. When I lost my tooth first, we had to pull out Hannah's to match.
Ouch.
Once, I slept with a boy who was seeing another girl. The girlfriend came up to Hannah the next day and punched her in the face, gave her a huge black eye. That night, she had to do the same to me. But she almost went too far. I couldn't see out of that eye for days. She snuck frozen peas up for me from the kitchen.
Okay.
So much of our bodies was synchronized anyway. We started our period on the same day. All our childhood diseases, stomach bugs, nits. Mum and Dad never knew what was going on. We got so good at it. We were so in sync that we'd use each other to cheat. If one of us had a hangover, the other one would go to school. Whoever was best at a subject would sit the exam. There were lots of differences between us. Some things one is better than the other at.
Oh boy. Let's see. Buzz when you're ready. How's it going? You done? Let's see. Nothing about the river?
Like I said, I think I was popping out to get something, ran out of something, had to grab something. I sometimes drive too fast. If you want, you can arrest me for that.
Oh, you're gonna be arrested.
It's like I told you before, I drove. I took the car and drove. I don't have my own car, but I have a spare set of keys. I just drove north. I wanted to think, put some space between me and them. Everything I told you before is true. I stopped at Glasgow. I was tired, exhausted. I pulled out and I hit a car. My car was okay, but I was worried about the baby, so I went to A&E to get the okay. Everything was fine. Slept in the car. When I woke, I tried to call Hannah from a payphone. She wasn't answering.
A&E.
And I decided to drive back.
That's new.
I had decided that she was more important to me than Simon.
Okay, we're getting somewhere. A little
I
bit.
wasn't in the house all of Friday night. After the argument, after Simon left, I left too. I was upset and I wanted to get away. So I took the car.
You're upset.
I left the next day, Saturday. I slept for a few hours in the car. When I woke up, I came straight back. Simon wasn't returning my calls and I wanted to try and make up. I got back to the house and Simon wasn't there. And I...
What was that? What the heck?
Is there a bin?
Oh, she's throwing up.
Yeah. I pulled over and slept in the car. This was just by the side of the road. I was exhausted.
I thought I had typed that in before.
Yes, I'm fine. I won't be sick again. This happens some days. I'm pregnant.
Welcome back.
It's morning sickness.
No, we established that already.
It's Rapunzel. The story starts when she's born. Mother Gothel, a witch, takes Rapunzel from her parents and keeps her locked up in this tower. Rapunzel gets pregnant by the prince, and Mother Gothel is furious, so she cuts off her hair and throws it. Actually, her hair's already short here, so that's already happened.
How was work, man?
She throws her into the wilderness, and Rapunzel is reunited with the prince, who's blind. But she kills him with her tears, and so it's a happy ending. Is that too much?
Is that right? Gotcha. There was something. Oh, photo.
Sorry. The picture, the way it's drawn, just reminded me of the books we used to read as children. I read those fairy tales over and over, and they were so real to me. Rapunzel was my favourite. My brain is just full of it. Are any of these in colour? Did I pass? Sorry, I messed it up with all that Rapunzel stuff. Do you need me to do that card again?
They're like, no.
We were obsessed with fairy tales. Not just the pretty ones, but the traditional ones. They were dark and real, bizarre and violent. Felt like life. We had this huge old book that I think Mum must have bought from a library sale. The illustrations had thin tracing paper over them to protect them. They were in colour, shiny plates. At the front of the book was an index of illustrations. We read that more than the actual stories. We'd read aloud the captions and flip between the pictures. There was something intimate about peeling back the tracing paper, undressing the pictures.
Man.
Rapunzel's hair is cut. The eagle plucks out his heart. The princess pricks her finger.
Okay. Okay.
And the Glaziers. I worked there some weekends and Simon had a part-time job there too. That was Eric's generosity. He was always good at helping out other people's children. Simon was quiet.
Did we already look up
He had
Eric?
boys. Even then, he had a sense of craftsmanship. Wasn't always rushing stuff. Boys that age are just running around like headless chickens most of the time. You know? Plus, he had that look. He looked like a fairy tale prince from one of my books.
She's into that. Look at her. Wow, she was really into that.
Simon never cheated on me. He was devoted to me, and I was devoted to him. Nothing in life is easy. We were good to each other. Life isn't a fairy tale. You do what you can.
You do what you can.
Well, she wasn't my real mother, but she raised me. Do you want to hear the story?
Yes.
It's a real life fairy tale. Fairy tales. Stories about lost princesses, evil witches.
Oh, the watch.
Magical mirrors and lost children. So you see, even before I knew the truth, I'd found it in those stories.
Oh, come on.
I don't know if anyone really changes. You just become more yourself. Simon was my prince, and that hasn't changed.
Interesting. Oh, did we ever put in Eric? Yeah, we did. Okay. It's Cornerstone. Nothing. Oh, so we must have gone through all this. This still has to be uncovered. I think all of this stuff. Hmm. Let me see. We did Oxford. I think we're at a standstill.
A mobile phone?
Oh, yeah. Phone. God, what? There's nothing for that? Oh, there we go.
Sure. Yes, of course, if that would help. Will you phone the house to let me know when you want to come round? Then I can make sure that I'm there.
Hmm. Dead. Something with that bar. Did we do singing? We did bar.
I think when I drove back it was about 8 or something. And I got back to the house about 3.
The house.
He has a wallet, a huge silly thing, leather, real leather.
Big giant wallet.
He packs it full of stuff, business cards, receipts, lottery tickets. He always carries it in his back pocket. I think that's why he's got a bad back. Offsets the discs. I haven't seen it, so he must have it on him. He always takes it out of his back pocket before when he comes in, if he's in the house. I wasn't in the house.
Wallet, I guess. Let me see.
No, not drugs. I mean, he drinks, but never very much. He goes to the pub and has 1 or 2. Sometimes we go together.
The pub?
He drinks wine with food, but no, he doesn't have any kind of drinking problem. God, I don't know. Could be anyone. Maybe someone follows him back from the pub. But why would he let them in? Doesn't make sense.
Turn left. Why? I can't spell.
Mother wanted me to grow my hair long, but I kept cutting it myself. I wanted to look like my reflection. She always had short hair when she was little. Mother would hide the scissors, but I would find a way. Cut it with a bread knife, something like that.
Wow.
My reflection would always leave her house and go on adventures, but I never could. Mother taught me at home, and I had books and TV. Oh, TV was magical, but it was only on when it wanted to be, so I spent a lot of time reading books.
Okay, reading books.
Okay. There's a girl and she's staring out of the window. She's sad. She's trapped. She's here. She's looking out the window because her mother won't let her out.
Okay. Trapped.
I wanted to see my reflection. I thought that if I touched her, something would happen.
Okay.
We would become one. One girl. The fairy tale was over, the witch was dead, and I'd be restored to my rightful place.
She's very upset. Oh. Love wins.
Thanks. Please find Simon. I love him so much.
Oh, she left. That was the end of the interview.
No. I mean, everyone loves Simon. He was so nice to everyone. He loves me. Cute.
They found the
I
wall?
love them very much. What ages are they?
Oh, kids.
Well, there you go. How many kids?
Hmm. Interesting, interesting. I think we might stop it there. Actually, I need to get some food. But yeah, we'll probably stop it right there and probably continue tomorrow. So far, it's very interesting. It's just an interesting story. Let me see what that database looks like now. Has it changed? DB344A. If I close this.